I'm hoping they hear this message that we need to liberate our boy child. We need to support the spouse of the deputy, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, to bringing the boy child to par with the girl to save that generation. I'm sure they understand this pledge that has come to the boys. To the Canadian government, I hope you'll partner with us. I'm sure you are good partners. And to the different organizations that partner with the foundations, this will be one of the best causes that you can partner with.
Boy Child Program, a program that is dear to the heart of Dr. Dorcas Rigathi, spouse of Deputy President of Kenya. What is this program? What need does it respond to? And what you and I can do to get involved? Madam Agnes Mwagi, visiting Canada, tells us about it. I met her last Sunday in Toronto. My name is William Muyuku. Welcome to AfriCanada Television. We are very happy to have you here with us in Canada. Welcome to AfriCanada Television. For our viewers here in Canada and around the world, can you present yourself to them?
Yes, my name is Agnes Mwangi, and I represent Dorcas Rigathi Foundation. I'm going around the world, different parts of the world, Canada being one of them, to emphasize on the boy child program that Her Excellency, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, the spouse of the Deputy President of Kenya, is trying to highlight so that people can understand the pledge that the boy child is in. So that's why I'm in Canada. That's why you are in Canada. And then up to now, here in Canada, did you get the chance to meet many people? Yes, I did, because I've attended several different organizations, platforms, and I just attended the 5K run, heart run, and environmental promotion, and I met a couple of prospective supporters, people who feel we are on the right course to do the boy child, to make sure the boy child moved away from where he is to meet the girl where they are so that they can be supported as youth.
I appeal to all of us. The respect and honor, balanced families will only become a reality when we address the issues and the problems of the boy child. Those of us who live in Kenya, they know when those young men are in drugs because they are frustrated.
When Pastor Dr. Dorcas Rigathi was here in March, she did introduce this to us here in Canada. I would like to know, what is it about exactly, the boy child?
The boy child, I'll emphasize the boy child. Generally, the boy child in the whole world is plunged in a predicament where he has started to drink due to different frustrations. But in Kenya, the situation is even worse because we find boy children in the streets, like Pastor Dorcas Rigathi has talked about. We find them, you finish your school and you don't have a job, so out of frustration you start drinking. Out of drinking you become delusional, you become depressed. So all this, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi is trying to put a stop to it, trying to bring the society to take care of their boys so that these boys will grow into men. Like she says, the boy child is the seed carrier. If he's drunk, he's not going to be able to procreate. And so we're going to lose a whole generation, like she says. So she's trying the best to make sure everybody understands what it means to have an able boy child.
Up to now, what are the challenges you are facing? by carrying this message of saving the boy child?
The most challenge is, some people ask, why boy child? Why not children? Why not both boy and girl? And she easily answers that. The boy child is, in Kenya in particular, was left behind a little bit when we emphasize on all the bad things that had happened to the girl. And so the boy was left a little bit behind. And being now frustrated and drinking, then we need to bring him to par with the girl so that we can have a proper generation and a proper family.
The boy child must be saved. He must be delivered from where he has fallen. And I know, as I have always said, if you address the plight of the boy child, you have addressed the plight of the girl child.
What are some of those facts that really make you realize that a boy child needs support?
One of the biggest is to, if you research in Kenya, there are some schools that don't have kindergarten, they don't have grade 1, even up to grade 2. Because the boy is drunk, so we are losing some generation there. So that's huge. Yeah. Secondly, is when you go into a home, you find a father is drinking, the son is drinking, and the mother is now frustrated by both of them. And when that happens, the society is getting into a ditch. Where
is it only due to drunkenness, or there are others?
Drugs. Some are on hard drugs, some take glue, some... and out of this, they have become, so many of them are homeless. We have a lot of street boys who are just in the streets. And when you talk to them, all they need is to be taken care of. They'll go back to school.
We are here in Canada. What are you expecting from the Canadian government, from the Canadian people, and especially from a Canadian of Kenya origin or Kenyan living here in Canada?
The diaspora living here in Canada, I'm hoping they hear this message that we need to liberate our boy child. We need to support the spouse of the deputy, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, to bringing the boy child to par with the girl to save that generation. I'm sure they understand this pledge that has come to the boys. To the Canadian government, I hope you'll partner with us. I'm sure you are good partners. And to the different organizations that partner with the foundations, this will be one of the best causes that you can partner with. And for individuals in Canada, you could adopt a boy child. And we'll let you know when the boy was in the gutter, how he looked like, when he went to the rehab, when he went for training, and when he gets a job, until to the family end. And there's different way of supporting us. We have a football that is going on right now, or where it's a healthy thing, where we put up doctors, counselors, pastors, we feed the boys, and when they come, we harness them from there. And to sponsor a tournament up to the end, it's only $3,000 US. So that is a way to support us individually. You could buy uniform for them for the football tournament. You could also sponsor the rehab. We have one coming up in Nairobi. It will be in a dome. Doctors are ready to volunteer, and we have food to feed them, and they can go through the rehab.
You are second person to come in Canada because of this. Canadian and the Kenyan diaspora, have they been receptive to this?
Yes, yes. I have the mayor of Brampton on our side, and I'm sure he's planning something. I'm trying to meet all other people in the diaspora, because I believe you follow up when you come and meet people, the first meeting is an introduction. Now this is the time I'm following out the money so that we can get the support.
The boy child, do you intend to keep it for Kenya only, or you are intending to make it international?
I think because it's an international problem and charity begins at home, we'll start at home, but we've traveled, we've gone to India, the problem is still there. So we're going to, even here in America or in Canada, the problem is the same. So once we get started, that's a model people can take up, and we can encourage them. We can be the ones encouraging the rest of the world and making them see, once you enable the boy child, then the nation grows. Yeah, because respect comes from the head of household being respected, and you can only be respected when you are sober, when you are not under influence.
Are you planning to have an office or a representative of the boy child here in Canada?
Yeah. We are already trying to have a representative, yes, and we'll put things in place as soon as
possible. Okay. Thank you again for coming here in Canada. For all those Canadians listening to you now, if you had a last word, what could it be?
The last word is take care of your boys. Let's take care of the ones who are not drunk so that they don't become drunk. Men, please mentor your young men so that they become men like you. And secondly, let us get the ones in the gutter, the ones that are drunk, the ones that are addicts. Let us get them out, train them, and get them jobs. And we'll be proud of what we are doing. Thank you.
You're welcome.